Hey everyone, guess what? I'm putting effort into a video again. I've got a script and I've got a script. That's about it. I didn't like how I sounded in the first half of the video because it was around midnight when I was recording, and I just managed to secure the slap hand after waiting around for like 4 hours. I'm also technically 3 episodes into hard mode, and I haven't even gone after any mechanical bosses yet, so I'm going to speed things up as well. Hope you enjoy the video. I begin by saying farewell to my dear friend, Bones McGee, after he finally gave me a slap hand. It felt good to be home. Everything seemed so bright from being in that cave for several hours beforehand. I run straight to my mob farm, as it's a blood moon, and hope for a couple of drops. I test out the slap hand as well, and I must say, it is quite amusing. So I play with that for a bit, and then I just sit around. After a while, a clown finally drops a banana run. Banana run. It only dropped one. It can drop up to four. Whatever. I don't need to use it anyway. I'll just hang it on the wall. After the blood moon faded, there were no KO cannons in sight. However, it was still raining, so I dashed over to the ice biome in hopes for an ice feather. I find a couple of ice golems. The first one doesn't deliver, but the second one does. Just in time as well. The rain just ended. I needed some souls of flight to combine with this, so I roped up to space and waited. Not only was there a wyvern to greet me, but there was also a very unfortunate surprise. And if you don't know what that means, let's just say, without wings or an arena, that death count will be rising. It spawns, and I panic. I'm barely even able to fly over the thing. Sometimes I just can't. I have the horizontal movement, but just no vertical movement. I was able to stay in the fight long enough to dodge its attacks, but that's it. I couldn't deal enough damage whatsoever. Even though I had it in a perfect pattern back and forth, I wouldn't be able to kill it before the sun rises. So I jumped down next to it, tried to deal some damage, and it didn't go well. I would have continued dodging, or left the game to despawn it if it was in hardcore, but it's not, so I put a death on the counter. I waited around for far too long for my final wyvern, and when it spawns, it's not even a challenge. I completely obliterate it. And just like that, I can fly. I make a yo-yo bag, because I wasn't already using my yo-yo enough. And I say a sad farewell to my flying carpet, which I've had since episode 2. You've served me well. I have to jump underground, and to the underground tundra, to do some fishing quests, and the only thing interesting I got was a ship in a bottle. I hang up some of my unused weapons, and the wall looks better than ever. Finally, before I head to bed after midnight, I use the enchanted sundial to do one more quick quest. It was around 2 weeks later, and the first thing I do is sort out my chests, for about half an hour. It was the most mind-numbingly tedious task I've ever done. And then I fish, because that would be much more exciting. I want to start filling out my collection wall, and the next weapon on my list is the Breaker Blade. I jump down to hell and run all the way to the right side of the world. I'm not worried, I'm just cautious. While flying over, I kill every single enemy in hopes of a hellfire, and I almost die while falling in lava. As soon as I get to the end of the world, I spawn and the battle begins. I have much more regen, defense, DPS, and mobility. This should be easy. My plan is, if I go below half health, I run away. I try using the Frostbrand shots as a replacement for the Star Furies, but it shoots so slow, it's unbearable. I just use my yo-yo for most of it. I tried to see if the Frostbrand can do any good to it while I use it as a sword. And that ends, well, I run the heck away and wait for 30 seconds for my heal, using the surrounded leeches for my life regen due to my armor. I decide yo-yo is the correct way to go, and kill it quickly with that. I hope I never have to do this again. I open it, and I get no Breaker Blade. I cry myself to sleep and do another quest, and get another decoration item. And I go back to hell, murder a voodoo demon, and run back to the right side of the world to find out I have no water walking potions. Back up I go. I get distracted from killing the big bad wall, and instead I have an urge to harvest the souls of other creatures. I want a corrupt mimic so I can acquire the chain guillotines, another melee weapon. I find a truffle worm and nab it for the future, and mine out an area to spawn King Slime. I saw this tactic of spawning King Slime to get souls quickly in a speedrun, so I'm feeling mighty smart right now. A corrupt mimic spawns naturally, and I take my chances and wake it up. I successfully manage to lure it all the way to the surface, and from then on, killing it is a breeze. It drops putrid scent though. Putrid scent. So, I need to kill another one anyway. I spawn King Slime in my awesome arena, and with that combined with all of my enemy slaughtering, I acquire a plentiful 32 Souls of Night. Before summoning them, I realized the Wall of Flesh gifted me a warrior emblem, and I hated it slightly less for that. It costs 15 souls per key, and 1 key per mimic, but it has a 20% chance of dropping the chain guillotines. So, of course, I didn't get it from either of them. I got the ranged and magic weapon, so that's very helpful. I jump back down, kill King Slime, get 15 souls, spawn it again, and get another putrid scent. So I jump back down, wait for a corrupt mimic to spawn naturally. After about 10 minutes, it does, and I lure it back up to the surface. And that goes very, very poorly. But thanks to my armor regen, I survive long enough to murder it and acquire another putrid scent. I spawn another one, do some Mythbusters to see if lava hurts it. It does. Mythbusted. And after killing it, I acquire another putrid scent. Nah, I'm just kidding. I got the chain guillotines this time. Finally. I've never used them before, but it does look pretty cool. So I dump the crappy Frostbrand, and another Bloodmoon rises. I sit under my pit of lava and wait. Very exciting. The KO cannon has a 1 in 1,000 chance of dropping, so I'm probably not even going to see it. Oh, there it is. It's a pretty crap weapon, but it exists, so I got it. I also got Mechanical Eye, which is considerably more useful than the KO cannon. The sun rises, and the blood moon ends. I start the morning well, with some quest fishing for the elusive dirtfish, and my efforts are met with an even more useless reward. It's time to get the breaker blade again. I jump to hell, I fight the wall of flesh, I kill it a lot quicker than last time, and I get it. I never have to go through that hell. Ever again. I go to display my hard work and effort, and oh my god, look how tiny it is! It's like the biggest sword. It's probably not the biggest sword in the game, but it might be the biggest sword in the game. But it's so tiny. After spending so much time in the underground corruption, I decided to visit the underground Hallow, and oh my god, it is so far away. I mean, these biomes are supposed to meet in the middle of the world, but this is the most offset Hallow I have ever seen. While I'm there, I need 10 souls of light for a yo-yo, enough souls for the Hallowed Mimic, and 315 crystal shards to make every single phase saber and the yo-yo. Doesn't that sound fun? I create a shortcut to the Hollow by digging straight down from the Desert Temple and mine out an area to farm King Slime. After defeating all 6 of them, I got 80 souls of light. Let's hope that's enough for the mimics. Now, I need the crystal shards, all 315 of them. It takes about 27 minutes just to mine all of them, but to be honest, I thought it would take longer. While doing this, I found a wild Tim, another wild Tim, and another wild Tim. I also found a skeleton merchant during a blood moon, selling a slap hand, but we don't talk about that. But most importantly of all, I got the Hellfire while I was down there, which is a real lifesaver. I went back up to the surface and grabbed all the materials I needed to craft every single phase blade and every single phase saber, which means technically that's 6 weapons off the list, and I put every single one on the wall. I finally feel like I've accomplished something. I continue my crafting spree, and I craft another yo-yo, the chick. Then I put that on the wall. The next weapon on my list is the flying knife, dropped by the Hallowed Mimic. This went very similarly to the corrupt mimic. It's not like this one is any more difficult, so I just killed them over and over and over again and got a crystal vial shard, a crystal vial shard, and a flying knife. 3 kills isn't so bad. Afterwards, I do some fishing quests to the underground hollow, which is an awful place to fish. I did get a golden crate though, which gives me 15 titanium bars. That's enough to make a titanium sword. That's another weapon off the list. The second quest was for a pixie fish, and we know how long that took me last time. This time on the way there, I lined the desert with hallowed sand, hoping to spread the hallow a bit, and also get a hallowed desert. And once again, the pixie fish takes like 10 minutes to get. What a waste of time. But my hallowed desert idea worked and successfully spawned light mummies, which dropped their shards after 18 mummies. Much faster than dark mummies. When I got back, I completed the quest and actually got something useful for once. Now, with the power of light and dark, we can combine them together to make something beautiful. The Deo of Pow. I really hope I'm saying that right. And to end it off, I do one more fishing quest, use Enchant Sundial, do another fishing quest, and then he does it. He gives me the high test fishing line, allowing me to finally make the angular tackle bag. Now, I truly am a master fisherman. I still need that goddamn fishing pole, though. Anyway, after all the weapons I've collected, only one more stands in my way. After that, I'm going to tear down every single boss, one after one after one. Yes, I know I didn't defeat a mech boss in this episode, but I did fight one. Kinda. It wasn't much of a fight, but the longest part of hard mode is the beginning, and I'm almost done. And after I defeat the goblin army, there will be nothing that can stand in my way. So thank you for watching the video. Tell me what you thought of it below, and if you liked it, give it a like. Consider subscribing with notifications on so you don't miss the next one, and I'll see you all next time. I don't want to move, I don't want to mess him up, because he's got this down perfectly. Like, look at him go! He's a killing machine.